issues happened, and so I was not online. But here I am again. Anyways, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to fill this entire canvas, like the face part, with one color, just one color, because I want to keep things simple. That's why. Just a silhouette of what was there initially. Now that's what is visible now. Because it is evidently visible. It's not like it's not visible at all. It is there. So yeah. Painting. Let's mix even lighter tone for some places. Okay. A hint of liquid. So why I'm mixing this lighter tone is because this value and this value is almost similar. So it'll create chaos for me. That is why I made this lighter value. And now going towards this neck area, the clavicle part. It's really beautiful. Now that I'm having this lighter part, I can use it in some places which I can easily see that are relatively lighter, like this place. I'm not forcing anything, I'm just giving subtle hints on what things are where. That's all. Sculpting the form in a way. I don't know if it is evident from in the video or not, but it's actually working. This subtle light color. Remember one more thing, like the area, the place, and whatever you're painting, that place where light hits is the lightest part. So here, of course, the upper edge of the nose, or this part of the eyes. See, light is coming from this direction. Okay, so that is why these places, in fact, this part, this part of the cheek, these are supposed to be lighter. Once you know, it's called, no, there's a thing called draw what you see. art. There is an extended version of it, which is see what you know and then draw what you see. Which means focus on the concepts. Okay, the like what I said right now regarding which places are supposed to be lighter. I don't know, it might seem boring to you guys, and that's perfectly fine. Theories are boring sometimes, but mastering the theory is what actually helps in getting good results. So, once you know what's happening behind the picture, that's where you become a master. Not become a master, like that's when you know what you should do. Means how you should proceed towards like anything. Just giving a hint of these subtle areas. And this part of cheek is quite tricky. There are uh, two types of shadows actually. One is called form shadow, one is called cast shadow. So, form shadow is results because of the bending of form. Okay, like these are all form shadows. This is happening because of the bending of the form. But this portion of the nose, this is cast shadow because this area of the nose is casting a shadow on this part. So one has to understand these things. Like form shadows are generally smooth, while cast shadows are very sharp. So keep that in your mind. In general, this is what happens. Of course, there are exceptions, but that's what happens in general. So now that I'm making these, hinting on these form shadows, I'm keeping things as smooth as possible. It's beautiful. Like this reference image is really beautiful. By the way, this reference image is taken from royalty-free websites, and if you wish, you can Google them. There are plenty of these royalty-free websites from where you can get this reference images. Quality means good quality reference images for artists. One is Pixbay, another one I don't remember its name, but yeah, these are like very helpful. Anyways, sorry. Now that I'm done with the light part, no, not completely. Okay. Of course, I'll be working on the shadows as well. Anyways, let's see how things are happening. Okay. Let's mix some values. I think it should be a bit lighter than this for this place. This is where reflected light is coming from. Okay. Could have ignored it, but why to ignore it when I can actually paint it? I like the way it looks, honestly speaking. Should I keep this as the shadow part? Let's see how dark it is. It needs a bit more darkness, just a hint more. Possibly this much will do. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I'm just playing in the ballpark with of these colors only. As you can see, there are only just two colors, this and this, and I'm playing with only these two. I can make some tutorials as well, I think. But it will be a hustle. I might someday. But these are very basics. Like, I don't know. I might. Oh, sorry, sorry. Red was never intended. Okay. Somehow, red got added in the mixture. That's fine, don't, bro. This is how I have covered this portion. I think it makes more sense like this. And I should keep it like this. Just trying to show you how to make a form. It's nothing but just light and shadow. Maybe it is too dark. Yeah, maybe. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna blend it a bit. I think this is good enough to begin with. Of course, it's going to alter with time, but right now it's like good enough to begin with. Okay, this part, the edge. This is supposed to be darker, and now I applied too much darkness. So just blending it throughout, creating the form. Yeah, I think it looks like good enough. This place was not supposed to have this sharp of a boundary. It was supposed to be smooth. So here I am smoothening it. Same goes for this part as well. As you can see in the reference image, the transition is very smooth. But here I am, messed it up a bit. So just fixing those tiny, tiny details. It's such a pleasure to be able to paint. Seriously. This is not the conventional way. Like what artists generally do is first they mix all the values and then they place it. But here I am, just going berserk in a way. But I am just enjoying this flow. So the hair part. The hairs are supposed to be a bit darker, and during my initial phases, I just did something instead of focusing on how things should be. I hope this looks believable enough for hairs. By the way, this is just the first layer I'm working on to have a clarity on the light and the shadow part when I'll actually be working on this piece. These are just minute guidelines and they help a lot. They actually help a lot. And I realized it while painting this previous work of mine. I don't know how many times I said that I wish I would have uh, made the grayscale first. I don't know. So here I am, not repeating my mistake. Anyways, so just giving a hint of shine. I think I should add even lighter tones for some places, like these highlights. Okay, it is not visible. I'm pretty much happy and I'm done with it right now. So now let's move on to where. Okay, the hat part. I think it is supposed to be this dark. Yeah, I think this makes sense. This color. Well, This is just I'm building the foundation for my next layers. Working in this grisaille or grayscale is so peaceful in a way because you don't have to worry about the color and all. Just whether it should be a bit light or it should be a bit dark. That's all. That's all. Anyways, it should be a bit light. Yeah, this portion is supposed to be a bit lighter than the color that I have painted. ठीक है, I'll work on it. And how I'm gonna do this, I'm actually gonna use pure white, add a bit of liquid so that it can be a fast drying color. It is quite thick as well. So now I can work. See, means I don't know if you guys can see or not, but lot of color paint that I've taken on my brush. Loads of it. And I'm just placing it here, making some sort of texture as well in the process. Yeah, it's looking beautiful. I like it. Anyways, so maintaining the same thing towards this end of the hat. Soft transitions. Not focusing on the details much. Just focusing on the overview. So this is going to be dark. This place is going to be light. So filling the light part with this color. By the way, I'm using just one paintbrush for the entire grayscale. I know it's not generally recommended, but I'm lazy. Little bit. This is way dark, so let's add a hint of light to it. So, by the way, I'm deciding whether it is too dark or not is by squinting. Like closing my eyes a lot means just a hint of light is passing through my eyelids, and in that way I am able to see the amount of darkness or lightness. Just close your eyes and somewhat and try to judge the level of darkness or lightness. The most important tool for any artist, as per my understanding, is his or her eyes. Whether they are acrylic painters or oil painters or just pencil sketch, whatever. The most important tool for any artist is eyes. So they need to train their eyes. That's why I'm suggesting to squint and look for yourself. Then you would understand the level of darkness or lightness which should be there and all those things. It should be a bit lighter than this. Just a hint. So why I'm not painting the the artwork which I was working on yesterday, it's because I want to take a bit of a rest from working in that specific piece. Because my eyes are trained to see it every day, and now it's difficult for me to see all the changes which I'm supposed to do, which I should do. So that is why I'm readjusting my eyes by working on some another pieces. And by the way, I did mention, right, these images that I've taken, these are royalty free images from there are multiple royalty free websites. You can opt for images from there. Some very high quality images are also available. One is Pixpay, if I'm not wrong, and the other two three, just Google royalty free images and you will get a bunch of websites. Okay, so use the references for honing your skills. Just paint, sometimes I don't understand why people want to paint like in the best perfect way, as if they're masters. Why why they are forgetting about means enjoying the process of painting. Of course they will learn with time and they will get better at it, but this feeling or this emotion that I'll paint only if I can paint it really well and better than others. To just enjoy art because it's enjoyable. I know what I'm doing, man. I think it's looking pretty. So yeah, ठीक है. Let's not mess things up. Anyways, so after this, I can clearly see there are some very dark portions which I haven't. Sorry. Anyways, okay. Observe one thing. The way I'm mixing colors, the lightest part is at the top and the darkest part is at the bottom. So that's how I'm making this value scale. And the dark part I was talking about are like this one, the area just below the nose, the lips, the eyelids, and eyebrows. If you can see this reference image here, sorry, wow, it's quite cold here, and yes, I've got cold as well. So this is the pure color, like no mixture of white. Let's work on it. One more thing. Since we're talking about the theory, so the darkest part of lips is the place where the upper lips meets the lower lips, like this part, the edge. In general, this is the darkest part. So keep it in your mind. Once you start painting, you will see these things. Okay. Let's just first connect these two parts, then we'll focus on the Cupid's bow. Cupid's bow is supposed to be like just at the bottom of here, where the nose meets the face, whatever. So here it is, I'm making this minute bump. Okay, better, much better. Sometimes, like सांसें रुक जाती है बोलते हैं ना, like the breathing stops when you're too much focused on something. That's what happened to me right now. Okay, by the way, people joined. I hope you guys are comfortable in English, in Hindi as well. Because yes, sometimes I'm babbling in English, sometimes I'm babbling in Hindi. Or you can just drop a comment and let me know which language you're more comfortable in. I'll try speaking in that. I hope that's the language which I know. Anyways, so coming to the nose part. Beautiful. But yeah, this is supposed to be a bit darker. I can use black, but I'm refraining myself from using black at this stage of painting. See, these are cast shadows. That's why they are like this sharp and this dark as well. Always focus on the form. That's how you know where to place the light and the dark colors, shades. Okay, so okay, I've made a mistake and I can see it very clearly. This place is supposed to be lighter and the nose, the border of nose should be here. Okay, I'll fix it. First, let's focus on what I've done correct. Then I'll focus on what I've done wrong. Yeah, fixed. Almost. So how the nose is supposed to be? I made some mistakes while sketching this artwork. But ठीक है. Anyways, um, let's make the nose right now. The entire part of nose is darker than the typical color of the face. Right. So okay. This is looking way inappropriate. So I'm trying to fix this a bit. Let's see. I think it's looking better. But still, the nose part, I think I should add this color here. Then there won't be any confusion. Yeah, I think it works now. But this color is way lighter than what it should be. So I made a value mistake. So let's fix it. Done. Yeah, this is better. Like the nose, the shape of the nose is very evidently visible. Now, that part of the nose which is receiving the direct light, just a hint. One dot. That's good enough. Pretty. Anyways, let's not overwork. I think it is working just fine. So while painting, if you somehow means even by mistake, if you do something right and see that it is working, don't touch, don't make any changes to it. Just enjoy. Anyways, so this is dark. Let's add a bit of lighter tones. Ish, still dark. Still dark. Perfect. Right. Okay. Now, as I said, the darkest part of a form shadow is where the light meets the shadow, like the boundary. In this case, this place where this light meets the shadow, this place is going to be the darkest. And we can clearly see this in the reference image as well. Like this place is the darkest. Because this place is the other part of the shadow, which is not near the boundary of light and shadow. That place gets lit by ambient light. Okay. So now I have a doubt. What should I do? Should I make this place darker or should I make this nearby places lighter? Let's make this nearby places lighter and see what happens. It's not too difficult. So pump. Little little bump. It's here. Okay, let's make the eyelashes, eyelids and eyelashes. Sorry, eyelashes and eyebrows. This will help me understand better about the light and the shadow part. Okay. It's such a pleasure to be working on using just two colors. Honestly speaking, like if I would have been using the entire spectrum of what I use, I would have felt like I'm going crazy. Like how I can just simply focus on one thing at a time. Alla Prima is difficult because you have to focus on everything at the same time, like lights, means hue, value, and chroma, everything. Here, my entire focus is just on value, nothing more. Okay, I got a message. UA6964. Hi, buddy. Thanks for joining. Please feel free to ask anything. I think it makes sense. It looks good. Let the eyebrows go a bit further, and the way I can see it is this place is dark. Or so I'm just trying to make the form proper. Hey, if I made a mistake, I can just fix it since it is oil paint. So that's one reason why I love oil paint. Okay. No mistake is permanent. I think it's pretty. It looks good. Believable. But yeah, I need to work on this part. This is getting broken abruptly, and that's not what should happen. So here I am trying to fix that. The grayscale. I like it, means the way it's right now. I like it. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how the work looks right now. That is good enough. Rest all I can work with time, and I'll be working with all the colors. For the time being, this is just fine. Isn't it so? Yeah, of course. Teeth are a bit crooked. I don't know what should I do with it. Let's work on the why not? Because why not? So first, the lower part of the lips. Let's make lips a bit darker. Too dark? Nah, just fine, not too dark. Okay. Now let's work again on this part. As I said, the edge of the lips, the darkest part of the lips. Better. Isn't it so? Way better. Seriously. I am a bit scared of painting teeth because it's difficult, okay? So, I don't know. It may be a hint of the canines here. I don't know, man. Let's use pure white and see what happens. Okay? I already want to apologize to this model for ruining her teeth. Please forgive me. Okay. I don't know. Okay, whatever it is, I'll work on it. Like after everything else, when I'll be painting using all the colors, then I'll work on it. For the time being, it looks somewhat like teeth without looking too much Dracula-ish. That's good enough for me for the time being now. Even if she's looking like Dracula, who cares? At this stage of painting, of course. If this would have been the final stages, I would have cared. Anyways, making these minute changes and variations. Bro, I think I'm done with it. I like it right now the way it is. So let's focus on some other part of the painting now. Face looks pretty enough. Yep. Patience. This may be darker than the value it was supposed to be. Just wanted to fill this place with some color, and this color is way off, and I don't know why I kept on painting with this color. Should have fixed it in the first place. Yeah. Anyways, now that I've done it, this is what it is. The central part. I like it. I like it. No, 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 bro, no. Sorry. Sometimes I get a bit too much excited, probably. Okay, I'll be working on the details later. For the time being, it's good enough. Now let's work on the dress. Oh, I even didn't make this flower here. I should have, but then I didn't. Probably because I was too eager to start painting first. Anyways. Okay, there are quite a few. I don't know if this part is visible or not. Okay. White color shouldn't be here. Now it's looking better. Anyways, the color which I can see right now, the boundary one. So it is lighter than the inner part. How much lighter, bro? I'm literally placing this pretty light color and there isn't much difference. 1, 2. This is for the third one. This is for the fourth one. Okay, now any shade of this, and I'll be just being pretty random. Okay, so like this one, this another. I'm just being pretty random, like whichever color, wherever I want to make it darker, I'm making it darker and stuff like that. Okay, so this is the color. This again. This one is too. I try to be random, but actually followed whatever is there in this painting. Sorry, in this photograph. Anyways. Okay, let's focus on. Is it too dark? पता नहीं यार. Just placing some kind of color. Okay. Without thinking too much about anything other than just the lightness or darkness, which is called value in technical terms. It's good enough. But I need to mix more darker tones. Okay. These are a bit complicated. ठीक है यार. Enjoy the process. That is more important. Randomly making these marks without thinking too much. It's liberating in a way. Okay, it's looking pretty. I'm feeling kind of happy. Somehow my paintbrush picked up this reddish tinge. Generally, I've seen some artists, they generally have two different palettes for different stages of painting. Like for black and white, or the one that I'm doing right now, you can call it black and white as well, though it's not black and white kind of white, but more like two tones, monochromatic. So they have a different palette for it. Oh, how can I forget this part? Anyways, so it's good enough, I think so. The entire dress color, I think it's supposed to be almost white, almost white. So this is what I'm gonna mix. Let's see if this color makes some sense, it works or not. I think it does. Rest of the things we can do it later. For the time being, we need to have one color for the dress. Nah, it should be even more whiter than this. It isn't gonna work. ठीक है यार, just paint. देखा जाएगा फिर बाद में. I'm just filling the colors right now in the gaps of the canvas. While it will give me some hint of what color at least the darkness or the lightness of the color that should be there. There's a certain pleasure of creating something with your own two hands. This value shift isn't too significant. The value shift between the dress and the skin, though it should have been. That's my fault. ठीक है. Okay. Probably my mistake is I use lesser colors. I load my paintbrush with lesser colors. I should use more colors, I believe. And instead of dragging the color down, I can add more colors. That will add more texture to the work and will make things easier for me in the next phase of painting. I know that. Still, I'm doing this because of bad habit. Yeah, that's what I can blame on, nothing else. It's looking pretty. Sorry. Okay, from next time onwards, I'll try to use more colors. Means amount of color I'm talking about. Like I'd load my brushes with more colors. That's looking pretty. What's the time? Okay, it's almost 1:30. I think I'm done for the day. But yeah, I'll let it dry, then I'll work on it tomorrow and then I'll load my brush with more colors. So this is the progress. So there's someone who has joined who was there for quite some time. So I just want to say thanks to you for joining. I hope you liked this session, and please say something. Means you do have this comment chat box. Meanwhile, I'm working on this part. Anyways, done for the day. Thank you, and see you guys tomorrow when I will be working on the hands. Okay, right now, today I just worked on the face part. So next time I'll be working on the hands, like this part. Hi, Chandra, right? See, Chanda, sorry. हाय, कैसे हो आप? आपका सेशन आई होप आपने देखा होगा, जो भी मतलब बनाया मैंने अभी। मैं बढ़िया हूँ। आप कैसे हो? आप भी मस्त है, चलिए अच्छा लगा जान के। घर वाले कैसे हैं? घर वाले भी ठीक है। अभी रिसेंटली घर से आया तो मिला पेरेंट्स से, अच्छा लगा बहुत। आपके घर पे सब कैसे हैं? बड़ी वो फोन के बैटरी डिस्चार्ज हो गया ऑल ऑफ अ सडन। तो ओह, बहुत डार्क हो गया। हर रोज पेंट करने से एक तो फायदा है यार, पुराने अधूरे अधूरे पेंटिंग्स थे वो धीरे धीरे पूरे होते जा रहे हैं। चलो कुछ तो अधूरे काम पूरे हो रहे हैं। Done for the day. Yep, done for the day. आज के लिए इतना काफी है. बाकी चीजें फिर कभी किया जाएगा. बेटर. ठीक है भाई, हो गया. बहुत है. So this is how the painting looks right now. I'm quite happy with how it looks. चलिए फिर. I hope you guys enjoyed this process and see you guys around. Tata.